Hey everybody. So this one's going out to some people that probably won't even see it because, they just kind of come on and comment and, I don't know, say things that they don't like us. But it's funny because I see it every so often we see it. And it's kind of a comment like, oh, you don't even know what reality you're in. The reality you think you're in, you're not even in. Listen, you don't need to preach to me about reality, all right, brother or sister, because I don't believe that any of this is real. I really don't. I believe this is all just a dream of whether it's my dream or somebody else's or the creator dreaming through me. I don't really know. But I'd like to think that I have logic and critical thinking. I definitely think I have some critical thinking without sounding too egoish on that, because I have thought out things that I have once believed in thoroughly and would have died for, and then brought critical thinking into it and realized that I was probably not using best judgment. By being a critical thinker, I have to look at the reality or your matrix or whatever you want to call it as this. Yes, the tree that is directly in front of me right now as I'm talking may not really be there. But as far as my experience goes, it is there. Now, does that mean it's any more real or any less real? No, because by my direct experience, that tree is in my experience. It is there. If I turn my head to the left and quickly turn back and it's not there, then yeah, I'll be questioning things. And whether I turn around and not look at the tree, but look in the opposite direction, whether that tree is still behind me, I don't know, because I don't have the option to know. Okay. So it's the same thing when somebody says, oh yeah, no, this is real and you don't even understand. Okay. But what is real? They never can answer you. They'll give you somebody else's opinion, some video they watch, something this, some book or something. They'll give you every other opinion, but they can't tell you what it is to them because they're just allowing somebody else's opinion or truth to be their own. Listen, the reason I don't make videos on that is because I have no way of proving it to you. Just like all the videos that I watch on it have no way of proving it to me. It's just whether or not I decide to believe in it. So just because I may believe that this is my experience and I am living my experience and I am sharing what I have learned in my experience with others, and they may not be in my reality or in my experience, it still doesn't negate the fact that I am living this reality. This is the only reality that I know. Now, sure, I could do what some of them are trying to do and go out and search for what real reality is, but until somebody literally stands in front of me with a red pill and a blue pill, that's not going to happen. And some will say, well, it would happen if you read this book or if you watch this video and those pills will be there for you. No, that's not true. That's like telling me that Jesus is my savior no matter what you think, or Allah is my God no matter what anybody else thinks. It's just another man's truth. It's as simple as that. Do I believe any of this is real? No. Again, I don't. But at the same time, I have to act accordingly. Think of it this way. A man comes to you, or a being, whatever, a being comes to you, an etheric being comes to you and says, listen, I have to tell you something. And you say, okay, what's that? And they go, there is no God, and none of this is real, and that's that. And, we'll just say, for the sake of conversation, that you believe this in your heart. When this ethereal being says it to you, you just know that it's true. So then you're left with the question of, okay, so none of this is real, and there is no God, so I can pretty much do whatever I want. There is no heaven, there is no hell. I can pretty much do whatever I want. Do you decide to do whatever the hell you want, or do you decide to take this new information and keep walking the path you were on? Not so much worried about it, because unless that same being comes to you and goes, here's a pill, and it will show you what real reality is, you have no choice. Unless you say, well, this guy said this to me, and I'm going to go around and tell everybody else. Well, eventually you're going to meet somebody that you're going to try to tell it to, and they're going to say, well, did that guy offer you any other explanation? And you're going to say, no, but I felt it in my heart that it was true. Okay, but you felt it in your heart that it was true, but I don't feel it in my heart as being true. Yeah, but you got to listen to what I'm saying. No, I don't have to listen to what you're saying. And even if I decide to listen to what you're saying, my decision is to keep experiencing what I'm experiencing because I have no other alternative. Do you guys get where I'm coming from? Please leave comments on this, because I can go on and on about simulation theory for like ever. If half the guys that commented like that knew what I know about simulation theory, they probably wouldn't question me. That's egotism, but I've been in the reality scene for a while. Listen, what I'm getting at is, You can go around and, like I use with the examples of a religion or anything, you can go around and say whatever you want, but I'm always going to tell you the same thing that I tell people. It's your opinion. But like I said, if this being comes to me and tells me that, I have two choices. I can either start going out and robbing banks and do all kinds of dangerous things because there is no moral code, or but that's BS, because guess what? Just because somebody comes and tells you, hey, this is all the Matrix, and doesn't give you a way out, that means you still have to live by the Matrix's rules and laws. Now, obviously, if there is no heaven or no hell, if you go out and decide to, rob a bank or something like that, and you've quote unquote committed a sin, and you don't have to worry about that after your death, fine. But what happens if you got to spend the next 30 years of your life in the matrix of a jail? You see what I'm saying? It's fine to believe that none of this is real. It's fine to believe that there is, the wool is being pulled over your eyes. But until you have another option, and if you believe that other option is just keep on seeking for that other option, you're missing the point. Live the experience that you have. Enjoy the experience that you have. Do the best you can in the experience you have, and do the best that you can to help others in their experience. And that's it. Because unless there's another option, and then even if there is another option, do you really want to take that other pill? Because all you gotta do is think of Cypher in the movie The Matrix. What did he end up doing? After a while, he got sick of it and said, hey, I know this steak is fake, but I'd really like to eat this steak. And so, yeah, put me back in. Now, what he did by killing his friends and stuff, I don't agree with it, but none of it's real to him, so he doesn't really care. See what I'm going at? So you can decide, if they tell you that none of it's real, you can decide to walk a different path, or you can decide to continue walking that path with that knowledge tucked in the back of your head. Or if they give you the choice to actually see what reality is, you don't know what's on the other side of that door. For all you know, you'll be sitting in some cave deep down below what used to be Earth, doing Jumba Roomba classes with all the other people of Ion, or whatever it was called, eating slop for the rest of your life. I'm not saying that freedom, that could be considered freedom, but at the same time, unless that's an option, stop. Because you only have one option if you don't believe none of this is real. And that is to take that information and decide how you're going to continue your experience with it. That's it. It's your decision. So if you hear this and you want to tell me that I don't know nothing about what I'm talking about because I don't know anything about reality or the Matrix or anything like that, maybe you're right. But at the same time, you're right by what your experience is. And my experience is not your experience. It all is just a dream. Row, row, row your boat. But remember, it's your boat. I'm not the captain of your boat, and you're not the captain of my boat. So row on, row on, row on. Ask yourself, what would you do if that being came to you? Change it up? Maybe do the better thing and take everything a little lighter? Maybe realize that in the grand scheme of things, you're just gonna continue doing what you know and feel in your heart, and that is see the good and be the good. Peace and love to everybody. We love you all. Walk in light.
Until next time, my friends, I ask all people everywhere to plant seeds of love, peace, joy, and oneness.